Champlain College, located in the center of Burlington, Vermont's residential zone, is home to over 600 students that live on campus. Along with this, there are commuters, faculty, staff, and visitors that frequent the campus. All in all, Champlain is a very healthy community, except for one aspect. Parking has been a problem at the college since it has started to flourish in popularity within the last 10 years. Attendance rates are constantly growing. However, the limited on-street parking and small selectively placed lots are not. Public safety here at Champlain has set up a parking plan using a system of permits allowing people to park in areas where the permits are assigned. Also, the college owns 2 large remote lots that have shuttle service to and from campus at various times of the day. However, living in an area where many of the students come from and work, far out of the way of public transportation and the shuttle hours, this poses a very intense problem for many students.
Basically, parking at Champlain, not fun. My issue started probably when I tried to park on the street. Apparently that wasn't cool with the school. They decided that it would be okay for them to ticket me, at which point I decided to go to the parking office and say, you know, what's the deal, what's up, why did you ticket me? They informed me that I was not allowed to park there. I said, all right. They said, no, as long as you appeal, you should be fine. So I said, all right, that's fine, that's cool. I will appeal it. I appealed it online. I got rejected.
My name is Darren Boutet, and my major concern with the parking enforcement here at Champlain is the fact that it's so unclear where we're allowed to park and where we're not. The streets of Burlington is what I assume to be public parking for anyone to park, but the Champlain regulation says that we're not allowed to park on streets that are adjacent to the college. I agree with this, but when you park in areas that you don't know whether it's adjacent or not, and there's no indication through signs or whatever that it would be a problem, and they still ticket you, that's when I really think it's getting outrageous.
So actually the first time I got a ticket was when my car was parked here at Sanders. I was coming back late on a Sunday night, and I had a Gilbane permit at this time, but I think the bus wasn't running to Gilbane, so I had nowhere to park my car. So I parked it here at Sanders just for the night, and I made sure to get up early in the morning to move it to Gilbane so I wouldn't get a ticket. I got up at like 9 o'clock, and I had a ticket on my car already. So, you know, I thought I was following the rules. I was going to move my car really early so people could park there, but I got a ticket anyways.
It was about 11 o'clock. I work at Teddy Bear Factory. I parked in our parking lot outside of my dorm, Sanders Hall, because I had previously that day, it was a Friday, emailed Carl around 4 p.m. Talking about him letting me buy a Zone 7 pass, which would allow me to park here. It was 4 p.m. I figured he would get back to me. He didn't, at which point I thought, well, it's 11 o'clock. I don't really feel like going down to Gilbane because, you know, it's the middle of the night and it's a city. So I'll park here. I'll move it first thing in the morning.
To qualify for a Zone 7 permit, you'd have to show that you have a work situation that keeps you out until at least 11 p.m. at least one night per week. With proof of employment, we can issue you a Zone 7 permit that then would allow you to park on campus during the day. 1 o'clock, I got a knock on my door from one of my fellow dorm mates saying, hey, they're trying to tow your van. So I was understandably a little bit upset. Went outside and was like, you know, what's the deal? Why are you towing my van? I said, you can't park here. Once again, first semester, cars parked here on the weekend, it wasn't a problem. I was forced to pay the tow truck driver $50 so that he wouldn't tow my van. I was forced to then move my van down to Gilbane, which wasn't an issue. I was down for that. But I was told at that point that that the shuttle was still running. So I waited around at Gilbane in like 25-degree weather for an hour with one of my friends, waiting for the shuttle to come. Didn't come.
The college defines the regulations as we're not allowed to park on streets adjacent to the college, and as you can see right here, there's a Champlain building on Main Street, but it shares no border with South William Street between College and Pearl.
You must register your vehicle and park in your assigned zone. If you are parking on city streets outside of the Champlain recognized zones, by definition, you're not parking in your assigned zone.
My van was down Gilbane and it was vandalized. It was spray painted on. Thought that was kind of a problem since it was a parking lot that the school makes us park at, and they're supposed to. They tell us that there will be someone down there 24 hours a day making sure that everything's on the up and up. Certainly wasn't. My van, several $100s worth of damage was caused to my van. So I drove it home over spring break and I left it there.
So, according to the college, Champlain students are not allowed to park anywhere in Burlington other than their assigned zones. So basically, having a car under the current plan is completely pointless, since we cannot by definition park anywhere in the city. And to make matters worse, Champlain plans on limiting parking even more in the coming years.
The implementation of the campus master plan calls for dormitories to be built on the 3 largest surface parking lots that are left on campus, and certainly as our surface parking disappears, the only way to take up that slack will be to lease additional spaces at shuttle lots, run shuttles, and require faculty, staff, and others to begin to park in greater numbers at remote lots as well.
Parking is a very touchy subject given where the college is located and the regulations placed on us by the city of Burlington. While the college is taking the step to make parking more plentiful by introducing remote parking lots, it is also going to, in turn, make parking a more difficult process than it already is. Relying on shuttles and schedules will frustrate many, as well as make getting to the lot during the stormy winter months a much larger chore. However, most other alternatives have the tendency to be extremely expensive. We must all come together and try to think of the best way to deal with this ever-expanding problem, or we will all end up having to travel further and further to our cars as the campus grows.